My third guy plays some games. Alright, hi everybody, Weather Guy here, and we are back with some more of The Witness. Hope you're doing great. I am feeling pretty good. I am just continuing immediately after my last recording. So everything's still super fresh. I ended last one a little bit early because I thought my kiddo woke up. It's kind of late at night. It's 11:30, and it's the first day before she goes back to school from spring break. She's been having trouble sleeping lately, like getting up a lot at night, things like that. So I thought I had heard her, but I got up, checked, still sound asleep in bed. So back at it, back doing hopefully last puzzle for a bit. What is this? Oh, it opens something down there. Okay. I see. And then we'll have more puzzles to do. Okay. Yes. Okay, so let's work on this. So last time, I think I was at a spot where I was talking about how we knew that these had to overlap. I think this is two distinct chunks in this puzzle, and I think they overlap. Like I think the two sets of yellow pieces have to overlap, and what this means is that you can't have our vertical columns here be something like this, for example. And the reason why is because you always end up with one extra square, right? Or you end up with them taking up the same square. So if you do something instead like this, this works because now you have them. Gosh, how do you explain this? You have to include this one of the spawning squares of the yellow Tetris piece, right? So for this one, you would have the three on the right, and then a row of three on the left. So this is one option. The other option would be the other way around, where this one goes vertical, and it's something like this, right? That works as well. And wait, is this? Look at this. So on this one, instead, we just swap the pieces. So the two yellow Tetris pieces are on the left side now, and the set of four is on the right side, and that should work. And that opens that. So that's good. So even though I feel like eventually you can sort of logic your way, oh gosh, this hurts the eyes. Logic your way into these. Um, it's not always the case. This is very odd. This is a new shape. This is saying, let me look at that again. Let me look at an example, just to make sure I'm not going crazy. Yeah, it is inside. But this is saying like 9, right? And it's hard to see. So what shape is that? Is that just all of it? It can't be all of it. Oh, I see. It is all of it, and then the single one is in the center. Okay. These are diagonal ones, so this one should just be like this, and they're diagonal across each other. I see. So this one, they just start to include diagonals in this. So this one, does this? I think this one works, because we have 4 across the top. The 1 is in the second row of the first column. And then you have 2 and 1. And then this one is odd. This one's very odd. I can't even understand the spacing of this one, really. So is it like... Let me just do a test. Oh, this one hurts my brain, actually. Think about... Oh, I hate this. Okay. So we know this one up here. Let's just work with what we know. Something like this. I see. This isn't going to work exactly, though, is it? No. But you need a gap in there. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Oh, gosh. I don't like this. So this needs to be like this. then you can't come back down. That's fine, because you do what? No. Nope. Oh, this one's tough. So we know that this one has to be shaped like that, though, right? Oh, we can do something like this, though. Yeah, and then... This isn't it, is it? No. Ah. I'm assuming we can't, like, cut off the one that has a space in it either. You know what I mean? So how does that look? So it looks like it has two spaces in between, which doesn't make a lick of sense. Right? So how many squares should we have total in our shape? Let's think about that. 5, 9, 12. Okay. Which is all but 4. Okay. That might help. Oh, brother. I don't know why I tried that. That was never going to work. Okay. So this could theoretically be something like this? No. Because I thought it might be 2 and 2, 3. That's another thing about this that's tricky. Is if we try to include this 3 over here on the left, it only has exactly these 2 spots really to go to, right? Maybe. And it's going to definitely probably have overlap with this too. Oh, this is so difficult. Okay, so I think that means a 3 goes here. 2 goes like here. So we cut this off. And then we, what? Trying to visualize. And then the 2 in here, and then like this. I think this is actually it. Alright, so let's visualize it for ourselves real quick. The L-shaped piece goes exactly like it says. Okay? The separated pieces is 2 on the left side, 2 all the way on the right side. And then the 3 is right here through the separated pieces. That's a clever one. Alright, so that opened that. We have more right here. This little thing, which might empty or something. This looks like a simple one. It's just 4 slanted sideways. That doesn't work. I do this, does it work? No. What am I misunderstanding? Oh, the shape was flipped. It doesn't work the other way because it's like flipped. Okay, so I think these are... You can reorient them anyway, but you can't flip them. Okay. That's why they're sort of sideways. This looks tough. Alright. I hate when they put these little holes in it. That makes it much more complicated, I feel like. Okay. So these... can go like what? Oh god, it's so hard to wrap my mind around these shapes. I hate it. Let's just try that? No. Okay. I didn't even really map it out. So it should be how many squares? It should be 8 squares. Okay, that helps a little bit. I wonder if it's just this. And then they fit into each other. No. Oh, I did it wrong anyway. That was 10. I was foolish. 4, 6. Can't do that either. Clever, clever. 4. This might work. Before we click on it, let's see if it works. I don't think this works though. I think the pieces would have to flip in some way? Yeah. Yeah, this wouldn't work. I'm gonna go ahead and send it, but that's not gonna work. Okay. Hmm. It's hard to visualize this one, honestly, for me. This works. No, it doesn't. Thought it worked. Did not. The reason why it does not work is you can get one shape on the top, but where it looks like you have a shape on the left side, you would have to flip it. See? Yeah. Does not work. But I think that's a good start. Something like that. Maybe. And then how do we get the other piece involved, you know? Hmm. Could we just do what? We get totally cut off if we start going that way like that. Hmm. Again, we only need 8 squares. That's still not going to be it. Alright, let's try doing a different approach to this one. Maybe we come at it from the bottom. How does that feel for us? I still don't think we want this shape in there, though. Oh, does this work? This actually works. You have one... I was about to just point at the screen with my hand like an idiot. So you have one L in the top left, like basically in the same shape. And the other one's just flipped and against it. Okay, that's much simpler than I thought. I'm a fool. This one we just had to get an L anywhere within that thing. We definitely have to use the side, though. Can't do that. I think we just experiment till we get it, right? No. Okay, let's try something over here. No, that would never work. Huh. That's not gonna work. This is not gonna work. Quite tricky. There's one way this works, but you gotta find it, you know? Not like that. Maybe. I don't think it's gonna be in this top section because there's so many holes there. There's only one way through there, too. That's kind of interesting. Okay. I don't think it's going to be turned where the bottom is over here. Just because I don't know how to make the shape work like that. Oh. Oh, that doesn't work. I was like, oh, this is it. No, not even close. What about... Oh, this is it, isn't it? Like this. That's it. There we go. Let's open something over here now. Oh gosh, this is a long trek. We must be getting close to whatever the end of this is, right? Please do this. This opens up seemingly a boat thing here. But we have another boat looking thing. Oh, we have this here. We have another boat looking thing over here, which has a cable extending from where? See it go up. It's all connected in there. Oh, I can't follow that. Okay, let's just continue on. Let's not get too wrapped up in all this chicanery. This is kind of interesting. This likely just rotates this pattern, this platform in different ways. But there's only one other platform I think we can reach. I don't think that's anything over there, really. Interesting, though. I think I've already been over there anyway. Maybe. Not sure. Can I test it? Is there a way over there? Is this this our dock again? Or just a different dock? Oh, this is our dock again. Another way down here. Beautiful. Kind of just experimenting to see if we connect back to the other side of where that thing is at. Oh, we have this here that we can't cross. Okay. Intriguing. It's all coming together. Alright, let's see. So this one we have a 4 guy. We can... Oh. Immediately we see we have issues, right? How do you make this 4 guy happen? How do you do it? Right? Because it's cut off at both ends, you know? So you have to... It seems like we're going to have to include him with something. Which, going by instinct, we'll have to include it with the bottom one. Because the bottom one is longer, more opportunities for it to work, right? So something like... Oh, we have to include the bottom one as... I think it's going to end up being something like... That includes all 3, maybe. Okay, that's kind of confusing and terrible. Alright, let's see. The reason why I say that is, what I've sort of learned is that if you want to combine these together, you typically have to, like, make like the long piece on top of whatever this bottom one is, right? I feel like that's been somewhat of a pattern. I think... Oh, no, it's not this. I was going to say, I think it's this, but I don't think it's quite that. Trying to rotate that one in my head. I don't think it rotates quite like that, though. It rotates with the 3 sideways one actually being like on the bottom. More like this. 4 down here. Oh, no, 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 no. Immediately, I see it. I gotta quit saying immediately. It's never immediately. It takes me a few minutes. An issue here. I think. Maybe not. I'll hold my thoughts, actually. You can also make it 4 sideways. Let's not forget that. That's also a viable option, right? It doesn't have to be 4 vertical. It could be 4 sideways. What does that mean for us, though? For our operation here. Right? I have such a hard time visualizing... Is it this? No. I have such a hard time visualizing the L-shaped ones in different orientations. Really struggle for me. So, do that. If we have an L shape where it's the L... The base of the L is against this side, right? How does that work? That's what my mind keeps going back to. Right? How would we include, like, the corner in that? That's too many pieces, I think. So I think we have to include the corner as well, just the way this is shaping up to be. So let's try doing sideways instead. Not the L, but the long sideways. What would that look like? See, I think we have to do the long vertical though, just to include this one, right? That separates it. That was stupid. Alright, how does this look? Trying to visualize if this is correct. I don't think it's correct. Because this is... We need 10 squares, I think. 4, 8, 10. No, we need 11 squares, and this is 4, 8, 10. So if we do this, how does that look? I think... Oh wait, hang on. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that is 10. So we need 11. So this, does this work? I don't think it does. I don't think the shapes quite make it work. Because you end up, say, 4 vertical, and you end up with, like, it not quite making it the right way. We're going to send it anyway. Because that was the right amount of squares, but they weren't orientated. Like, they weren't... It wasn't the right shape, right? It's kind of interesting if we start doing something like this, huh? Is this anything? Must not be. I don't think so. Huh. What if we do... I don't know what I'm doing. Way too many? Gosh, I don't even remember what shape I had before. I'm struggling here. It was this sort of shape is what it was, yeah. Huh. What if we instead do it like this, but we don't include that corner piece? How does this look? This works, actually. I think. Maybe. Actually, maybe not. I don't think this works. This doesn't work because the shape, again, just doesn't quite match up to where we want it to be. Yeah. It's the right amount of squares, I believe. 5, 8, 11. But they don't match up correctly. Just don't do what we need them to do. I like this general shape, though. I think this general shape is pretty good. You know, I just think I gotta figure out the right way to configure this. So this is how many squares like this? 9. So we gotta figure out which 2 squares to include to make this work. You know what I mean? So instead, if we did like this, how does this look, right? So 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I don't think this works either. So the issue that I'm seeing here is we have, whenever we do this shape, we need to have our 4 piece, our long one, go in that center spot, right? At the bottom. So when we do that, we end up always splitting up our L to where it doesn't quite fit correctly, you know? What if it's like this? Oh, I think this might be it. Fudge. I think that's the idea, though. Hang on. What did I have? I had something like this. Not that, though. Like this. This is it. Corner piece goes on the top left corner. Long piece goes where the long piece goes. L goes on the top right corner. There we go. There we go. We got there. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to solve this one today. We're going to give it a good college try. Because we're already at 24 minutes. We only did like 2, 3 puzzles today, I feel like. Not great. This Tetris stuff is taking a toll on me. Holy moly, I don't know how y'all do it. So many smart people in the comments sometimes on these videos that are just make me feel so inferior. So smart. Good. So this one, I think it's saying that it doesn't necessarily... I think this one's also slanted, right? And it wants them to be like catty corner to each other. Kind of interesting. So what could that shape look like, right? Kind of intriguing. And we have this long one. It's definitely going to include all of these again. Oh gosh, this is a pain. These have been a pain. Just do a shape and then look at it for a second, see how it looks. Right? This is not going to work. I can already tell that's just simply not going to work. What if we do this? How does this look? So we have, how many squares do we need? Let's start with that. We need 1, 2, plus 4 more is 6, plus 5 more, we need 11 squares. We have 5, 9, we have 10, so we need to include 1 more square. So to do that, you're simply going to do this, say it's good. Let's look at it now. Okay. So this might be it. So if we do the long 4 on the left side, oh no, that doesn't work because the foot of the L will extend from right to left, right? So we can't have it against the left wall. That just won't work. Unless it's at the bottom. But if it's at the bottom, then it still doesn't quite work because we end up with every shape working. The T works there too, like going through the middle. But our 2 caddy corner ones would just be horizontal right next to each other, so that doesn't work. We definitely got to include this in some sort of way. Maybe we don't go so long with it. And we still include a bunch of squares. Now, how many squares do we have? 4, 5, 6, 10. We need 1 more square. We're simply going to add in a square. Now let's look at it. I think this is too limiting. The reason why this is too limiting is because it forces us to have our 4th piece right where it's at, basically. Because we can't really fit the T in there correctly, you know? So if we instead make the shape a little bit odder, something more like this maybe, we could theoretically fit the T in there. You know? But then we end up with a situation where I don't think we can make the caddy corner happen. Yeah, our 2 would end up right where it's at, basically. So that's not quite it either. I do kind of like this idea of opening it up more to the side of it. So let's try looking at this. How many squares is that? 4, 7, 8, 12. So we're going to cut a square. This is 12, right? 4, 8, 12. We want to cut a square, so let's... how do we cut a square from this shape? Oh, do we just do this? 4. This does not work. I think we already tried that one too. Is it ever good to go all the way back here? And have the shapes be more limited here? That's kind of interesting. I don't think this is enough squares though. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11. This is never going to work. Yeah. I don't think. This is going to be too many squares. 5, 8, 9 is 12. I keep doing the same sort of shapes, I think. Habit. Curious. Very curious. Is it just this? It's just this. How's it not that? Oh, I see. Hang on. What did I do? Now it's just this. Right? No. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite, because we still can't make them catty corner like that. It's tricky. But that's all I can do today. We are over time. So next time we're going to continue this, hopefully finish these next two, and then follow this over to see what happens here when we dilly-daddly with that. But yeah, we are making progress, which is good. And yeah, that's all I got. We're going to continue with Tetris Hell next time. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Make sure you take care of others. See you next time. Peace out.